That was Marjorie Taylor Greene being a bigot to someone who she has to work with in just a couple of months. I'm going to show you more of that clip in just a bit, and along with Nancy Mace, the House member from South Carolina, being equally bigoted about someone just using the bathroom. But a quick follow-up on yesterday's video, Joe Scarborough, they got so much pushback. In case you missed it, Joe Scarborough and his wife Mika, who run the show Morning Joe for 4 hours on MSNBC every day from Monday to Friday, have been attacking Donald Trump for more than, I don't know, 4 years, calling him a fascist, saying he's a Nazi, he's like Hitler, blah, 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 blah. They broke the news yesterday that they met with Donald Trump to fix their relationship. And they got immediate pushback. I mean, The View went off. It was just like everyone online and in the media spoke up. I mean, notably, a lot of MSNBC hosts did not say anything, which I think is interesting. But Joe Scarborough basically tried gaslighting his audience with the response. So here's what he said he got yesterday.
Yesterday, I saw for the first time what a massive disconnect there was between social media and the real world, because we were flooded with phone calls from people all day, literally around the world. Very positive, very supportive, going, I understand what you did, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But once in a while, I would get a text or a call from someone and go, oh, man, I hope you're doing okay. And I'd call him back, and I go, well, Eddie Glaude was one of them. I go, Eddie, are you on Twitter? And he goes, I am. I go, okay, well, I'm not. So we've had a good day. Mika just had a wonderful event, and it's fantastic. We're going to do all of us are going to do the best we can do, and we're all working towards a better America.
Take it day by day.
Day by day.
So a couple of things about that. Ron Filipkowski very smartly here says, I'm sure it's a brilliant strategy for Morning Joe to say people checking in on social media for 30 minutes before they get ready and head off to work or after they get home don't, quote, live in the real world, unlike the real world of TV in NYC and DC. We're out of touch. They're not. Yeah, very much so gaslighting. And then yesterday I said that my guess is that they were doing it because they were scared of retribution. It turns out Brian Stelter had a report that says, new reporting, according to sources with direct knowledge, Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski were credibly concerned that they could face governmental and legal harassment from incoming Trump administration. And then George Conway said, sadly, Brian's reporting is correct. Over the past week, I heard from two entirely separate, very reliable sources with some vivid detail that they are absolutely terrified of Trump. So if you're terrified, first off, it's very strange for anyone to be scared of an American president who has not done anything wrong other than express and use their First Amendment rights. But if you are in the media and you are scared of Trump and then you go grovel to him, you're one, giving him power, and two, you have no business doing what you do. Get off the air. Because this time requires courage. This time requires courage, not cowards. Cowards like you are going to fuel Trump's power even further. So how dare you? You're not defending us. You're just defending yourself. You have no business being anywhere in front of a camera when you can't stand up to what you know is right and who Donald Trump is, which is extremely wrong. God, sorry, I just have no patience for it anymore. Those are millionaires and top of millionaires, super powerful people. They have nothing to be scared of. And they are making it worse for all of us. All right, moving on to the next story. Okay, this is Sarah McBride. She is the first ever trans person to make it to Congress. She's a history maker. But history makers can quite often be met with much hatred. And that is happening right now. It's misfounded hatred. It's disgusting to me. It's despicable. Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene really just showing her whole ass. She misgenders Sarah McBride. There's no need to do that. There's no need to do that. And she explains why Sarah McBride shouldn't be allowed to use the same bathroom everyone else uses. It really feels like the 1960s if instead of Marjorie Taylor Greene saying no trans woman in the bathroom, she'd say no black people in the white-only bathroom. And then I got Nancy Mace afterwards.
I support a resolution that keeps all biological men out of women's bathrooms, locker rooms, and private places, not only here in the Capitol complex, our office buildings, but all taxpayer-funded facilities.
How does one, I guess the logistics question will be, how does one check, like, if someone is qualified to use the ladies' room then? In that case, obviously there's a new openly transgender member of Congress.
Right, which is a man. He's a man. He's a biological male, so he is not allowed to use our women's restrooms, our women's gym, our locker rooms, and our spaces that are specified for women. He's a biological male. He has plenty of places he can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And should they make gender neutral bathrooms? Logistics.
No, he can go in the men's room, and he has a bathroom in his office, just like all of us do. And that's where, I use the restroom most of the time in my office. If he has a bathroom that'll be designated for him. But, men need to respect our spaces. And that's what this election was all about. This was a mandate from the American people that are not only fed up with the open borders, they're fed up with inflation, they're fed up with the economy, but they're fed up with the left shoving their sick trans ideology down our throats and invading our spaces and our women's sports. So sorry for the uncomfortable question, but I'm giving you the direct answer. The American people spoke at the election. They're sick of this shit. And so the new member of Congress that was voted into Congress on behalf of his district in Delaware needs to respect my space, my privacy, and other women's space and privacy, because he is not a woman.
It's really awful. Bigotry abound, and it's just so crazy. Sarah McBride just wants to use the bathroom. That's it. And Sarah McBride is legally a woman. It's just like, why are they so concerned with where someone pees? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Nancy Mace went even further, saying, comparing the new Congresswoman to a rapist. Here's that clip.
Today and last night for fighting to protect women and girls, it's ridiculous. So if that being a feminist makes me an extremist, I'm totally here for it.
Is this effort in response to Congresswoman McBride's coming to Congress?
Yes, and absolutely, and then some. I'm not going to stand for a man, if someone with a penis is in the women's locker room, that's not okay. And I'm a victim of abuse myself. I'm a rape survivor. I have PTSD from the abuse I've suffered at the hands of a man. And I know how vulnerable women and girls are in private spaces. So I'm absolutely 100% going to stand in the way of any man who wants to be in a women's restroom, in our locker rooms, in our changing rooms. I will be there fighting you every step of the way.
Let me just say this. I would feel much more comfortable with a trans person sharing a bathroom with a trans person than with a person in a MAGA hat. I think a person in a MAGA hat is much more likely to be physically abusive, emotionally abusive, or verbally abusive. And we're just seeing that play out in real time. Look at Matt Gaetz and Pete Hegseth, who paid a woman off after she accused him of sexual assault allegations. And they're worried about a trans person sharing the bathroom to go pee-pee. MAGA, the voters voted for you to change the price of eggs. You can't do that, but that's why they voted for you. They did not vote for you because they want you to attack people who are doing nothing wrong. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit like on the video. And I do have a Substack that you can subscribe to. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We're almost 500 away. So it's called KeithEdwards.substack.com. I think independent media sources are going to be so important. Joe and Mika have showed us that it's important that we get and expand independent media wherever and however we can. So if you can subscribe, that would be super helpful. And I will see you next time.